Resuming from Sri Harinama Amrit Vyakaranam. Do you remember the exact sutra we were on?
I can look for it.
Mhm.
Looks like we had gotten to Sutra 911.
9?
We did 911.
Okay. Okay then. 9:12. Tanaha karmadau cha. Tana pratyaya is also applied after dhatu in karmani prayoga and so on. So examples are Krishna bhojana shalayah. The rice which was eaten by Krishna. Krishna bhojana shalayah. Krishna bhojana means Krishnena bhujyante, which is eaten by Krishna. Krishna chadanam vasah, the cloth which covers Krishna, the cloth which covers Krishna, where Krishna chadanam means Krishnam achadayati. Hmm. So in Krishna bhojana shalayah, it's the tritiya. In Krishna chadanam vasa, it's the karmani prayoga and so on. So bhuj and tana becomes bhojana, achadana, again tana, likewise. Ambashtadayah shatvena sadhavah. Ambashta and so on are irregularly formed with a change to sh. So thus we get ambashtha, the offspring born from the union of a brahmana man with a vaishya woman, ambashtha. And ambashtha, same meaning. Bhumishtha, one who is situated on the ground. Savyeshtha, one who stands to the left. Parameshti, this Parameshti is also quite used, Parameshti. One who is situated on the topmost planet, name of Brahma, Parameshti. Barhishtha, one who is situated on a layer of kusha grass. Divishtha, one who is situated in heaven, and so on. Yeah, so just one thing, the Shatva is there, and these are also Nipatas. Whoa, that's it. We're done with Vedanta. Very well. Yeah, so we completed Kridanta here. And so that was the fifth chapter. So two more are remaining.
So wait, sorry. So I didn't quite understand how we know when this change to S occurs. Is it always when there is a this change to sh?
Mhm. Okay,
Like
so yeah, so we had that sutra, Ishvara Harimitra, the Shatva Vidhi Sutra. Um,
right. So it's saying in the Amrita this is not because of that sutra, and it doesn't look
okay,
like it.
so that sutra is actually like you can say the base of foundation, meaning the nimittas should be according to that sutra, like the Purva Nimitta, the Para Nimitta. Uh, like Sir Rama should be preceded by either Ishvara Harimitra or Ka or Ishvara Harimitra Ka Ram or Nga. So regarding the nimittas, it refers to that one everywhere. But like in Dhatu, we had that sutra. Upendrat Shopadeshasya Shatvam Kvachit. And after an Upendra, the prefix, um, the Sa turns into Sha, provided the nimittas are followed as per the original sutra. Ishvara Harimitra Ka Ram Nib. So that's the meaning. So we take the nimittas from that sutra, Shatuvidi Sutra.
So in Amba, what is the nimitta?
Yeah, that's why it's a Nipata, na? That's why it's a
Oh,
Nipata.
okay.
Yeah, it says Ambasht and so on are irregularly formed with a change to Sh. So it says that.
Yeah, after this there are Ishwaras, but in Amba,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
why
see them.
it's a Nipata. So Nipata can't be ascertained as such, grammatically
I
speaking.
see.
Hmm.
Okay, thank you. So we just have to memorize it?
Yeah,
Okay.
Sanskrit is very bahulam, very versatile. So the same rules are applied somewhere, the same rules are not applied somewhere. So we have to be very like broad visioned, you can say, while reading. Uh, we can't just say black or white. Sanskrit is such. So that was the Kridant Prakaranam. So
Jai, Harpo.
yeah, that deserves a jai. Um, hmm, okay, I think one jai comes through chat. Hmm. So in Kridanta, we studied how we apply different Krit Pratyayas, the Pratyayas in this chapter, uh, after the verbs, the verbal roots, and then we derive the nouns. We derive the nouns. So this chapter was quite important. We saw how the regularly used forms, which we are familiar to, most of the words, how they're formed in Kridanta chapter, many of them. Okay, so we'll move ahead with chapter 6 today. We'll do something. So chapter 6 is Samasa Prakaranam, compounds. So in every language, we have compounds in English, Hindi, Sanskrit, Bengali, almost every language. Compounds are there. So one is Sandhi and another is compound. So Sandhi, and generally sometimes some people or yeah, some students they get confused between Sandhi and Samasa because both at both the places it looks like we are merging, two words. But when we do Sandhi, then there is no like modification or combination. So there is no modification happening, due to the combination of those two letters. First of all, in Sandhi, the combination is just between the letters, the last letter of the first word and the first letter of the second word. So it's just between that, the Sandhi. And oh, it looks like eyes. Oh. And then, and then, yeah, so in Sandhi,
You know, you can have a whiteboard if you want. There's
yeah,
whiteboards
I
in
can
this.
have, but I just thought of writing here.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's a smiley face with a nose and everything.
um, so in Sandhi, we just deal with two letters joining, two aksharas, two letters joining, and when those two letters join, so it looks like there is also a connection between the two words. For example, if I say like let's say Rama, anything randomly, let's say Rama and let's say Anna. So there is no connection between the two words, but we're just doing Sandhi here. So it would be Raman. So when we're joining the two words on the basis of Sandhi, of two letters. So it's not necessary that the meanings or there will be modification of two words. But in Samasa, um, there is the link between both the words. Both the words. Yeah, so Sandhi deals with letters, Samasa deals with words altogether. Hmm. And in Samasa, Sandhi can happen. And because Sandhi is all pervading, as we studied, so Sandhi can happen anywhere and everywhere. So in Samasa, Sandhi can take place. For example, Rameshwara. So Rama, Ishvara, Ishvara. So basically, it was Ramayasya Ishvara, sir, like according to Vaishnava philosophy. So we remove the Vibhakti, Vishnu Bhakti, and we merge them and we do the Sandhi and we get Rameshwara. So while doing Samasa, if there is an opportunity of doing, there is a scope of doing Sandhi, then we do apply Sandhi. Yeah, so Samasa deals with words, not with letters. कृष्णस्य विग्रहे भाति समासेनाखिलं पदम् इतीव स्मारकं वक्षे समासपद विग्रहम्. Now I will describe both the combination and the separation of words, padas. So combination is samasa and separation is the vigraha. Okay, what is combination and what is vigraha? We'll just study. Both of these make one remember that all things, padas, are present in Krishna's body in a combined form. This is the second line is actually um, talking of Krishna, Vigraha, how everything is in Krishna's Vigraha. In the Kridanta Prakarana, Jiva Goswami called the samasa of the Upendras, um, Uryadis, and Purapadas with the Kridanta by the generic name Krit Samasa. Now, in order to give certain ones, among them particular names, he begins the Samasa Prakarana, the sixth Prakarana in this book. And so we are like almost left with 300 more sutras to complete both the chapters, the remaining sutras of the book. Um, yeah, the proof that all things are present in Krishna's body in a combined form is that Mother Yashoda saw the whole universe in Krishna's mouth. So that's the proof. The analysis of the word samasa pada vigraham is samasascha mm, padanam vigrahascha. So samasa means composition combination. Like for example, um, yeah, samasa means when we combine two or more different padas, Vishnu padas. So that is samasa. When we combine uh, two or more Vishnu padas, the final words, final declined words actually. So that is samasa. But the second part, vigraha, pada vigraha means padanam vigraha, separation of the words. So here, mm, basically the samas, the compound, we actually undo the compound, we split, just like we do sandhi vichhed. So similarly, when there is a samasa, so we do, you can say samasa vichhed. I mean, there is nothing like that. So that's called vigraha, samasa vigraha. For example, if we see a word like Rameshwara again, so Rameshwara is a samasa where we have already combined two Vishnu padas and we made converted them into one Vishnu pada. So this is a samasa. So when we express it, uh, like in a sentence structure. For example, Ramah Ishwarah Yasya Saha. Ramah Ishwarah Yasya Saha. Rama is the Lord of whom? Basically referring to Lord Shiva. So that Ramah Ishwara Yasya Saha is the Vigraha, the Samasa Vigraha. It's like a gloss, you can say. Okay. So that's the separation of the words. Samasa Pada Vigraham is a Samahar Dvandva Samasa, and so it is singular. Samahar Dvandva Samasa. So this Dvandva Samasa is actually this is the topic of the chapter. So we are not supposed to be knowing this. So okay, we'll move ahead and we'll study what is Dvandva Samasa. The word iva here is used in the sense of vakyalankara, ornamentation of the sentence. Someone might say, how is the combination and separation of the words connected with Krishna? In answer to this, Jiva Goswami says smarakam. What he intends to say by this is that studying the combination and separation of words is not useless. Rather, it is wanted because the word samas pada vigraham is itself a smaraka. Um, Again, Jiva Goswami says smarakam. What he intends to say by this is that studying the combination and separation of words is not useless, okay? Rather, it is wanted because the word samas pada vigraham is itself a smaraka, or in other words, a bhagavad uddipaka, stimulus for remembering the Lord, due to the extreme similarity that arises by analyzing the word samas pada vigraham as bahuvrihi compound. Samasena padani vastuni vigrahe yasyatam. Okay, him in whose body um, all things, pada, which is vastu, exist in a combined form, samasa. Now, samasa is actually something, for information, where there could be a lot of speculation done, and which actually happens. A lot of speculations, because there are many kinds of samasas, mainly categorized into six, um, and then, of course, there are divisions of them again. So, for example, in the verse here, the main shloka, the word was samasa pada vigraham. So this is one compound, samasa pada vigraham. So we saw one explanation in this paragraph, explaining it differently. Here it is being explained differently when it is related to Krishna. So samasa um, literally gives anyone a scope to just jump in and do some speculation, some brainstorming. That's why when Srila Prabhupada says or any acharya says that like the Mayavadis or the others, they manipulate the scriptures. When we say they manipulate the scriptures, they manipulate the verses, the meaning of the verses. So this is how they do it. Mainly, they manipulate the way the compounds are done, right? Uh, just Rameshwaram, an example, a classic example. We say Ram is Ishvara, the Lord of whom? So we are referring to Lord Shiva. But the Shiva devotees, they will say Rameshwar to Lord Rama only. So Ramasya Ishvara. I mean, they will refer to Shiva, but they will say Shiva, who is the Lord of Rama. Same word, but the understandings are different. Why? Because the word is compound, and the compound gives us a scope to just mm, do anything with it. That's why we are told to follow the acharyas so that we get to know okay, what their mood is and what they are giving uh, the explanations and all that. So samasas are very broad.
Like tattvam asi.
Mm-hmm.
That's another one that I think we
Okay, asi is a verb, so that's different. Now tat tvam asi is tat. That is not a samasa. Tattvamasi, that you are. Tattvamasi. That's not a samasa.
Yeah, well, I've heard it that the Vaishnavacharyas say it's tasya tvam asi.
Okay,
They
I
do
mean
make
the
the samasa.
explanations. Okay, the explanations could be there. Okay, tattvam could be referred to as a samasa. True. Tattvamasi. Yushmat. Tvat.
That you belong to that.
Yeah, yeah, it could be. Explanations could be there. But asi is a verb, so tattvam is a compound, or could be treated as a compound, or tat could be kept separate. So could be like tat brahma tvamasi, which is not our understanding, of course. So, yeah, so samasas are such. But very interesting subject actually. Samasas are very interesting. स बहुव्रीहि द्विगुता मात्रे लुब्धोऽस्मि सद्वन्द्वः तत्पुरुषकर्मधारय भक्तिर्येनाव्ययी भावः. Being duplicitous, I just want to become one who has two cows and a lot of rice. O Purushottam, make me do that activity by which my devotional service to you will never dwindle. Krishna. Now,
Oh, this is very clever.
yeah, actually, these are actually names of samasas in Panini. And so now, Jiva Goswami offers a prayer to the Lord to teach his disciples the proper Vaishnava mode of humility and by a double meaning to mention the names of different kinds of samasas. So these are actually the names. In Harinamamrita Prakaranam, the names are different, so but still is given. So Bahuvrihi Samas, Dvigu Samas, Dvandva Samas, Tatpurusha Samas, Karmadharaya Samas, and Avyayi Bhava Samas. So six kinds: Bahuvrihi, Dvigu, Dvandva, Tatpurusha, Karmadharaya, Avyayi Bhava. The detailed analysis of Sab Bahuvrihi Dviguta Mata is that Bahuvrihaya, a lot of rice, is analyzed as Bahavascha Te Vrihaya. So Vrihi means rice. They are a lot and they are rice. 246. This is formula for analyzing a Karmadharaya compound. For an yeah, Karmadharaya compound. Yeah, Karmadharaya. Karma. One second. Hmm. So Karmadharaya is actually referred as Shyam Ram Samas in Harinamamrita. It will come ahead, but still Shyam Ram Samas. So Karmadharaya. So Bahavascha Te Vrihaya. So if you see in this samasa, the bahutva and the vrihitva lie in the same object. For example, if I say like my name Param Sundara. So now this Parama Sundara, so the Paramatva, the superiority and the Sundaratva, the beauty, how will you say Sundaratva? Beautifulness? Beautiful, maybe. Yeah. So the quality of being beautiful. So both of them, they lie in the person whose name is Paramasundara. So basically, the quality, both of these qualities, they lie in the same object, which is actually called Samanadhikarana. If you remember, when we were studying about Visheshana a bit in the second chapter, that Visheshana, Vishesha, Viveka. So we had studied about Samanadhikarana, which means if I say Sundaraha Krishna, that Krishna is beautiful. So Krishna is the Visheshya, the noun, and the adjective is Sundara, beautiful. So, so the name Krishna, Krishna Sangya, the Krishna Sangyatva, and Sundaratva both lie in the person whose name is Krishna. So the Adhar, the base is the same. The shelter, the Ashraya, the Adhar is the same for the person whose name is Krishna and who's beautiful, right? Similarly, here also, this Samasa in Bahuvrihi Samasa. So this Bahutva and that riceness, you can say, that object which is called rice, both of them, both the qualities, they lie in the same object, which is the rice. It's a little technical, I mean, but it's easy. So Bahuvrihi. So Bahavashchate Vrihaya.
So wait, are you saying that Param Sundar is a Bahuvrihi Samasa?
Yes, yes.
I see.
Hmm. Then so it would be Paramaschasau Sundarascheti. Um, yeah, he who is Parama, he is Sundara as well, like both. So that's Bahuvrihi.
I see. I thought it was that he is extremely Sundar, he is supremely Sundara. So Parama is modifying
Actually, that could be another way of perceiving it from
oh,
a
okay.
different samasa point of view. That could be a different thing.
I see.
Yeah, so it could be paramena अर्थात उत्कर्षेण उत्कृष्ट रूपेण सुंदरः यः सः. So one who is beautiful, in an extreme manner, as you are saying. That could be a different way of translating it, putting it. That's why samasas are very broad. Okay. So bahu vrihi with a lot of rise is analyzed as bahu vrihi bhi sah vartamana, existing with a lot of rise. Yeah, like if I say sa ramah krishna, sa ramah krishna. So Krishna along with Balaram, right? Sabhaktah, Sabhaktah Guruhu. Let's say Sabhaktah Guruhu. So that would mean a guru along with his disciple or disciples. So Sa Bahuvrihi, so Bahuvrihi Bhihi Saha. So Bhaktaihi Saha iti Sa Bhaktah. Balaramena Saha iti Sa Balarama or Sa Rama. So that was the first one, Sa Bahuvrihi. And then Dviguhu. Dvau Gavau Yasya Saha. One who has two cows. Dvau Gavau Yasya Saha. So this Dvigu Samas is actually referred as Tri Rama Samas. Tri Rama Samas. Where we actually, deal with the numbers. The numerals come into the picture in Samasas. Mm. Yeah, like for example, Lord Shiva, he is known as Trinayana. His name is Trinayana. Basically meaning one who possesses three eyes. So Trini Nayanani Yasya Saha. Trini Nayanani Yasya Saha. One who possesses three eyes. So three Nayana. So such samasas are this Dvigu samasas, which are three Rama samasas, three Rama samasas. Yes. Kartikeya, Kartikeya, brother of Lord Ganesha. One of his name is Shanmukha. Shanmukha. He has six mouths. Or like Ravana is Dashanana, right? 10 faces. So all these are example of Dvigu, where we can see the numerals, Dasha, Shat, and so on. Panchanana, I think Lord Hanuman, Lord Shiva. Someone is Panchanana also.
Sadashiva.
Sadashiva. So like that, whenever we see such numerals, so they are falling into this Dvigu Samasa category. Hmm. So Dvau, Gavau, Yasya Saha, one who has two cows. So Sa Bahu Vrihi Dviguhu is analyzed as Sa Bahu Vrihi Chasau Dviguscha. So he is Sa Bahu Vrihi and he is Dvigu. So very nicely the Amrita commentary is explaining the shloka individually also, because this is important, a mention of all the mm, samasas. Then and sabahuvrihi dviguta is the state of being a sabahuvrihi dvigu. So this ta actually is equal to tva, like we say krishnatva or we say sundaratva. So which bring out the quality or the bhav, the quality of that particular object or person, the guna of that. So yeah, krishnatva is the blackness, sundaratva is the beautifulness, and so on. So this is ta is also the same. So we can say sundaratva or we can say sundarata, both meaning same. Sundaratva or sundarata, krishnatva or krishnata, mahatva or mahatta, bhagavatva or bhagavatta. You see, same meanings, tva and ta. The words lubdhosmi sadvandvah mean sadvandvah aham lubdha. That is by rearranging the words in this order and substituting aham for asmi. Amrita is showing that asmi here is the avyaya asmi, which has the same meaning as aham, and that sadvandvaha is a visheshana of asmi, whereas lubdha is the kriya, which functions as the main kriya. Okay, reference 7. Can you open 746, Sutra 746? If you have.
I get Ktavatur Bhute. So it's Ktavatu is applied after a dhatu in the past tense in Kartri Prayoga.
Uh, okay. Tavatul Bhute, so the Sankshodhani. Kridanta is made from the Krit Pratyayas, Vishnu Nishtha, Vishnu Kritya, and so on. Function as the main Kriya, just like an Akhyat Kriya. Because among all the Kridantas, only they are able to complete the sense. Hmm. So that's 200. I think we should go to 640.
Oh, you think 746 was a typo?
No. 746 is further referring to 645. So,
Oh, I see. Okay.
Hmm. 81. So we were on page. So we were on. So the words lubdhosmi sadvandvah mean sadvandvah aham lubdha. Specifically, sadvandvah means sakalah, full of deceit. The vocative purusha here stands for purushottama, and dharaya means karya, costly. Samasa bahulam. The samasas are bahula, are variable. Mm, yes. So the word samasa means samasanam, throwing together, combination, samasanam. Um, it is made, the word samas or samasanam is made um, by applying this prefix sam and then followed by the dhatu asukshepane, from which we get words like astra and so on. Hmm. In bhave prayoga and ghan is there. So samasas are bahulam because sometimes they are compulsory, sometimes they are optional, and sometimes they are forbidden. This will become clear later on. Yeah, Sankshodhani says that the sense is that the rules governing compounding are not etched in stone. For instance, yes, um, Sutra 923 is an example of Kvachit Pravritti. 924 is an example of Kvachit Apravritti. Um, 922 is an example of Kvachit Vibhasha, and Sutra 925 is an example of Kvachit Anyadeva. So these are the four aspects of Bahulam. Sometimes applied, sometimes not applied, sometimes optionally applied, and sometimes forbidden or something else. Hmm. So very okay. We'll just do this and stop with the grammar. Tatra Shyam Ram Karma Dharayo. So these are the names of samasas in Harinamamrit Vyakaranam. Sri Rami Dvigu Krishna Purusha Tatpurushau Pitambara Bahu Vrihi Rama Krishna Dvandvau Samanartho Jnayau Avyai Bhavastu Shashta. So six kinds of samasas are the Shamaram equals to Karmadharya. So the Karmadharya is Shamaram Samasa. Dvigu is the three Rami Samasa. Tatpurusha is Krishna Purusha. Bahuvrihi is Pitambara. And Dvandva Samas is Ramakrishna Samas, and last one is the same at both the places. Avyai Bhav Samas. Hmm. We have shared these names in the group for reference. Hmm. So so Avyai Bhav is Avyai Bhav. So the names in Panini and versus Harinama. Hmm. So these are the names.
So the avyaya bhava just remains the same
The
because it is
same.
already
The same.
mentioning the avyaya. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Huh. So only the terms are different. Otherwise, the concepts are the same. Only the names are different. Yeah, even Sankshodhani says Avyay Bhav, however, is kept as a common term because of its transcendental significance as a name of the Lord. Avyay, Avyay. Lord is infallible. Avyay. Okay, so tomorrow we'll move ahead with this. Samasas are very broad. Okay. So Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 10, sorry, Chapter 11, text. Hmm, which shloka?
We had done 15, I think.
Yeah, we did 15. Oh, yeah, we did till 15th and then we were still.
Oh yeah, I think we stopped meeting and I forgot to actually do any more.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about
Okay, we can do tomorrow then. So 16th
that.
onwards.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so yesterday's session was okay. I mean, like the way it went, just like
Yeah, I liked it.